Alright, what's going on, guys? Happy Monday. This isn't the original intro or the original video that I had planned today, but I'm just gonna let you guys know. I tried to play a Madden Monday game, and not only was it typically as bad as it always is, but I got so unbelievably, visibly upset and angry during the filming that when I actually finished the game, I couldn't process myself to sit there and edit and upload it to you guys. I know a lot of you were probably thinking, oh, Wyatt, but it's funny. I wanted to see that. It makes me laugh, and I'm happy. But it wasn't like that level of anger. I was so mad that there was nothing funny about it. So instead of playing another game with a bad attitude, I walked my dog, I had a fresh mental reset, and we're just going to do Lamar Jackson versus the world instead. Reason I'm doing that is because I haven't done it yet. It's highly requested, and I think he's a very interesting quarterback to talk about. Two quick things before we hop into the video. One, just again, rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. It can happen to anybody. What an awful way to go. You didn't deserve it, man, and thank you so much for the memories you left at Ohio State. And two, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products, and let's rank every quarterback against Lamar Jackson. Alright, so here we are at the oh-so-familiar tier list that we don't really need to go over, but I do anyway. In the middle, we've got the man of the hour, Lamar. Above Lamar, we've got the players that I think are better than Lamar, and below him, we got the players that I think are worse. Anyway, before we begin the ranking, we gotta look back at his career and see what he's accomplished so far so we know who we're putting the world up against. So, in Lamar's relatively young career, I can't believe he's actually already been around for 4 years already. He has a record of 37-12 with a completion percentage of 64%, throwing for 9,967 yards and 84 touchdowns. Lamar has been an All-Pro, he's been to the Pro Bowl a few times, he's been an MVP. I do want to point out right away my take on Lamar. Not the best passer, could be a lot better at it, but he wins you games and his legs are magic. Now, let's rank him against everyone. So, starting off this list, we've got Aaron Rodgers, and no, I'm not taking Lamar over Aaron. They're both winners, they've both been MVPs, except Rodgers has been an MVP 4 times. He hasn't lost a step, and he's still one of the best throwers in the game. Moving on, we've got Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I would take Lamar over Baker. I know it sounds like I shit on the guy, and I don't mean to, but he hasn't lived up to that #1 potential in my head. He doesn't have a job right now for a reason. Now, I do think he got screwed out of his job, but if he was as good as Cleveland actually thought he was, he would have teams all over him. Nobody wants to touch the guy. Moving on, we've got Carson Wentz. No, I'm not taking him over Lamar. If he looked like he did back in 2019 in that era, maybe. He didn't do bad last year either, and I do think he's a better passer than Lamar, but I think that's the only thing he's better than Lamar at. Alright, up next we've got Dak. I don't have much reasoning other than just my own gut, but I think I would take Dak over Lamar. He's a tremendous passer. He's a tremendous talent. Does he make mistakes? Yeah. Do the Cowboys make mistakes? Yeah. Is there an argument saying that he is worse than Lamar? Absolutely. But in recent years, he's just been such a flamethrower that I've been so drawn to him that if I was building an NFL team, I'm taking the gun here. Moving on, we've got Daniel Jones, not a chance. Following Daniel Jones, we've got Davis Mills. No, underrated, could be really good. We don't really know. Interesting numbers if you look at it, and I know I mentioned it last week, but his stats last year, pretty much identical to Tua. Up next, we've got Derek Carr. I love him, but I couldn't do it. He's a lot like Dak. I just think he's a little bit worse than Dak, and just not quite good enough to put him above Lamar. He can be clutch, he is great. It's not a knock, it's just a preference. Moving on, we've got Deshaun Watson, who is kind of a mystery this year, although I don't think it's going to be much of a mystery after we see him play. I would take him over Lamar still. I would probably still say he's a top 5 quarterback since he's active right now. Up next, we've got Geno. I'll just say Drew Lock because I don't think he's on this list. And technically, he is the starter there right now. No. Not even close. Why would I take them over Lamar? There's no sense in that. Up next, we've got Jalen Hurts. No. Do I think they're very similar players? Well, I don't think it. I know it. First 14 starts, I know the text might be hard to read, but Jalen's thrown for more, he's thrown for more touchdowns, less fumbles, more rushing touchdowns. Possibilities there, I just can't do it yet. Moving on, we've got Jameis Winston. No. He can throw it. He's a lot like Wentz, man. He's got a rope, but other than that, right now, there's no incentive to take him over Lamar Jackson. Moving on, we've got Jared Goff. No, but you guys know my feelings on him. He is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league right now. If you guys want to see Jared Goff versus the world, go check it out. It's on YouTube. Following Goff, we've got Jimmy Garoppolo. No. I do say this a lot too. I apologize. I gave him way too much shit. He is a good quarterback. Good, but just not great. Moving on, we've got Joe Burrow. Absolutely. The guy that doesn't quit trying until the final whistle blows. He is an old school, textbook, tough, badass NFL quarterback, and I would love to have him on my team. Moving on, we've got Josh Allen. Not even close, not even debatable. He's got the arm, he's got the legs, he's got the size, he's got the IQ, he's got the ball security, which he's gotten a ton better at. He is the man. Up next, we've got Justin Fields. No. I don't think he was good at all last year, and this year I kind of made this take on Twitter yesterday. I think the Bears are going to finish below the Lions. Up next, we've got Justin Herbert. Yes, I would take him over Lamar, but there's the infamous argument that people would take him over Burrow. I think you guys are insane. Up next, we've got Kirk. Do I piss the people off or do I not piss the people off? Oh, Nelly. If it was Kyler Murray, I would take Kirk over him. Lamar Jackson, I'm going to take the winner. Tremendous thrower, I think with a clean pocket, one of the best in the league. But he can have some very, very head-scratching plays. And he has sadly proven that he can win in a game-winning drive, but more times than none, he won't, whether it's his fault or not. Up next, we've got Kyler, and no, I'm not taking him over Lamar. I think he's easier to figure out, he's easier to contain, and he isn't going to win you games like Lamar Jackson will. Moving on, we've got Mac Jones. Not yet. I do think he is going to be good if he just ferments with Bill and he just adapts to the play style of the NFL. He's going to get smarter. He's already a smart cat the way it is, but he's going to be making more of those game-changing plays. Moving on, we got Mason Rudolph. No, he's fucking garbage. And I don't feel bad that Miles clocked him with his own helmet. Moving on, we've got Matt Ryan. No. I actually just read a report from the Colts that his age has caught up with him. I don't know what that means, but it's probably not good. He's a gunslinger. He's kind of like, I've related him to Jared Goff, or I guess Jared Goff is a lot like him. Matt Ryan's like a more careful Fitzmagic. Up next, we've got Matt Stafford. Yes. He has always been an excellent passer, and he's one of the most durable guys you're ever going to see. Watch the man throw a touchdown and I believe win a game with a dislocated shoulder once. Up next, we've got the GOAT, Mitch Trubisky. No, but I do think he's going to be really good this year. Honestly, I do. He will be no worse than any of the quarterbacks there. I will at least tell you that. Moving on, we've got Patty Mahomes, obviously. Not really a lot to discuss there, and I don't want to ramble on about him like I do with Josh. I like building Josh up. I don't like hyping this guy up. He kicks my ass every year. Moving on, we got Russell Wilson, the new face of the Denver Broncos, who I would take over Lamar. He can run, he can throw, he can do everything. Up next, we've got Ryan Tannehill. No. Asked me that question at the end of last year, I might have said yeah. But I think he had to descend this year. Even though he had no weapons and he still showed that he could be good with them, he didn't look like this same Ryan Tannehill we had seen the previous, 2 years in Tennessee. Up next, we've got Sam Darnold. Get out of here. Go leave. Fuck this guy. I hate him. I actually do. I hate Sam Darnold. He said the other day that he's proven that he is a great quarterback in the NFL. When? All right, and up next, we've got, I don't know who the fuck that is. Is that Sam Ehlinger? Apparently so. So up next, we got Sam Ehlinger. No, I know nothing about the guy. I know absolutely nothing about him. Moving on from him, we've got Taysom Hill, who I think is a tight end now, where he should be. He should be any position but a quarterback. He's fucking horrible. After Taysom, we have got Teddy. No. It's always hard to talk bad about Teddy because I do love him. I think the person he is tremendous. I think the quarterback he is, Moving on, we've got Tom. Yeah, I would still take him over Lamar. As long as he's playing, I'm taking him. The older he gets, the better he gets. His life is reversed. It's weird. Following Tom, we've got Trevor. Actually, we've got pretty much all young guys. Trevor, Trey, Tua, and Zach. Well, no. None of these guys are better than Lamar. Not on grass, concrete, or tar. Zach Wilson sucks. He is a fucking puke. Tua's one season was definitely a fluke. Trey hasn't gotten to play and we know nothing about him. And when Trevor has played, he's standing on ice this thin. Am I even rapping anymore? It sounds like a riddle now. I don't even know what the hell that whole sequence was. I'm not taking any of these guys over Lamar, okay? High hopes for two of them. I don't want him to be good because he's my rival, and I don't want him to be good because he's also my rival, but he's just shit. Alright guys, anyway, that is me ranking every single starting quarterback in the league right now versus Lamar Jackson. Well, majority of them. The only one who wasn't in here that I can think of off the top of my head was Marcus Mariota, who I also would not take over Lamar. If my math checks out, this would make Lamar Jackson exactly the 11th best quarterback in the NFL right now, according to WyattzWorld. Alright guys, and that is where we're going to stop the video for today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my absolute best to post every single day. If you guys want to follow any of my other channels, all that will be in the description of this video. With everything I just said though, I'm going to hop off and get this shit edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Monday, and as always, I will see you the next time I upload.